I just got back from dinner with George the publisher. Tomorrow morning's New York Times bestseller list will include the third book in a row by new author Raymond Lehner. George said that work that we did, the faking the alien attack from under the dark planet, that is probably what pushed the book over the top. That maybe we should do something similar with this book. I told him I was going to do something scary about scary children. Don't forget to look that up on the internet. Paul called last night. Yeah, I know. It has been 6 months since I've talked to him though, and we did have a good time. Black-Eyed Kids, that's what this story is going to be about. I've never heard of it, but I looked it up on the internet. There's stories and websites everywhere about it. It's a weird phenomenon. They're all the same. Somebody's at a gas station or at home, there's a knock on the door, and some kid walks up to them. Long, straight hair if it's a girl, or wearing a hoodie if it's a boy. Same covering the face effect, but they need something. The kid's hurt or needs a ride somewhere. They need to invite them in. But at the last minute, the person looks at their eyes, and they're black. Not just like the irises, but the whole eye is black. Of course, they have to invite the children in, and those that do are never seen again. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any witnesses or any video footage of anybody actually picking up these black-eyed children, but that's beside the point. I'll make it about this. 30 pages. I had 30 pages done. That asshole. You know, when I called Paul up, I thought maybe this time I could trust him. That maybe he learned this lesson from last time, but it's only been 2 weeks and he's already getting text messages from some guy he met in the grocery store. He said he met the guy 3 weeks ago. How convenient. We got into a big, huge argument. He grabbed my manuscript, ran into the bathroom, and flushed the manuscript down the toilet. That's it. I'm done. I'm coming back here, I'm staying here, and I'm not leaving this room until I've had a breakthrough. I've been going for about 120 hours. Very little sleep. Almost no rest. Making myself type words and phrases. Thoughts. Ideas. And finally I've had a breakthrough. Paul's phone calls are the only thing that have kept interrupting me. He misses me. He wishes I'd come back. That guy was nothing. That's what half his messages say. The other half talk about what a bad lay I was and how I'm the worst boyfriend he's ever had. Whatever. I don't care. The Black-Eyed Children. Temporary title. It opens with a young lady at a gas station. She sees a little girl. The girl asks for help. She takes the girl in her car, never to be seen again. Not seeing the child's black eyes, of course. Her tough-as-nails reporter comes and just can't accept that her sister just disappears like this and starts investigating the phenomenon. My notes. Her empty car was found in the desert. So she starts to dig deeper and deeper. She pulls up the video from the gas station. That's about as far as I've written. Got to have been working too hard because I thought I heard something outside my window. It's strange because It's the same thing that's happening. The more the reporter looks into the children and the more she discovers about the children, the more powerful they're becoming, the more she's starting to see them and hear them. It's some Native American legend. It's always Native American legend. She's inadvertently giving the children power just by investigating. I've got to get some sleep. I'm kind of starting to creep myself out. The story. It's beginning to run my life. I'm even dreaming about the children now. In my dreams, I see them outside out in the wood trees. They're dressed in gray and black and just staring at me. Sometimes when I'm awake, I feel like I hear them tap or hear them knock on the door. But even in my dreams, I know not to let them in. I spaced out for about 2 hours yesterday. When I woke up, I'd written 20 pages. I didn't even need any edits. It was the best stuff I've ever written. I'm scared and excited. I have no idea what's going on. Every time I wake up, I find more and more of the story written that I don't remember writing. The reporter's getting closer and closer to the children. She's starting to see them everywhere, in the mirror, outside the window, scratching in the hallway. I wrote for 10 days straight, 300 more pages. I seem to be actually reading more than I remember writing now. This story, this mystery about a woman looking for her sister has turned into a worldwide epidemic. The children have gotten loose. They've taken over. It's just a small band of humanity trying to survive for survival. It's like a worldwide epidemic. I feel like I'm living the story as I write it. I see the children all the time now, even when I'm awake. I know when I finish the story, it'll be all over. When I was doing From the Dark Planet, I was seeing strange lights in the backyard. This is just like that. Still, sometimes when I'm reading what I just wrote, I hear their tapping and almost scratching on my door. I'm afraid to answer. I finally called Paul back after all those messages. I figured he wouldn't stop until I called him. It seems he didn't flush the manuscript like he said. Go figure, he lied. 2 weeks ago, though, he read it. And then he says he started dreaming of the children. I told him he was insane, and I don't know if this is one of his weird ways to try and get me to come back to him, but he says every day he's starting to see them more and more. haven't written anything in 2 days. I just stare at a blank screen. I know I've got to finish this book. But every word I type just leads humanity closer to its death. And the children closer to inheriting the earth. I don't know how long I can hold this off. If I even start to write, before I know it, I might finish the book. Do the children win? The more I stare at the screen, the more I can hear them. Whispering, scratching. Their shadows dance on the wall of a lion in a cage. I think I need to talk to a human. I'm going to give Paul a call. I called Paul. He sounded frantic. He was babbling incoherently. I had to go over there. When I got to his house, all of his windows were covered with black trash bags. I knocked on the door. It took me a second to convince him that it was even me. Finally, he opened the door. He was holding a gun. He said that he doesn't need to let me in. that he shouldn't have opened the door. That they were going to get him. That they were going to get all of us. But not him. He raised the gun to his head. I jumped at him, but he's gonna be okay. I stayed at the hospital all night. I've got to finish this book. I can't let the children win. I know I fell asleep at the computer, and when I woke up, humanity was even closer to extinction. The only way to stop this is to end the story, to finish writing it, but if I do that, what if the children win? I tried deleting parts that I'd already written, and the next time I wake up or the next time I zone out, they're all back. I've got to finish this book. You know, honestly, I almost want to just invite them in, but I don't think they'll let me. I think they need me to finish this book. This is the end. The story's finished. Humanity is doomed. I leave this as a last message, a final warning. The more you look into the children, the more you look about the children, the more you learn, the more powerful they become. Watching this journal could mess up your life. Releasing this book could destroy the world. I couldn't do it. I couldn't stop them on my own. It's up to you. I'm just going to invite them in.